It's time now for the Beer Chill sign off news on this late Thursday night, September 17th, 2015. And for the Beer Chill signs off the night, it's already late night news on tonight. This late Thursday night at 11 o'clock here. Peter Wiggins, the news and lines here. Top story at 11 o'clock here is Las Vegas, where Jeb Bush's first post-debate political rally started a few minutes earlier in a rec Senate room built for 200 but only half full. Washington. Senate Republicans said on Thursday that they would take up legislation to outlaw all abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy, and the House voted to move forward with a bill that would end government financing for Planned Parenthood. Federal Reserve Chair Jenny Yellen shows signs of taking a page out of the predecessor's policy playbook as she inches toward the central bank's first interest rate increase in 9 years. Delay action is set to only move in December. Joey Meek, the friend who gave Alma to Dylan Roof in the weeks before the Charleston, South Carolina church shooting warrior was arrested by the FBI on Thursday, according to law enforcement official familiar with the investigation. While Republican presidential candidate, businesswoman Kylie Freeman speaks during the CNN Republican presidential debate at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library Museum yesterday as her strong debate misses one key point on marijuana. An error before Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, associations such as Ahmad Muhammad's might have been covered in the local media, perhaps taken up by local civil rights lawyers and otherwise forgotten. A tsunami warning sign, like the one here, is posted in Huntington Beach, land of the coast after a magnitude 8.3 earthquake struck off Chile on Wednesday afternoon. The National Weather Service issued a tsunami advisory for the coast of Southern California. Hundreds of refugees piled buses near the Serbian-Croatian border on the Sid-Savannah border crossing between Serbia and Croatia. Germany's ruling and opposition lawmakers scuffled at the Upper House ad hoc committee session for the controversial security bills at the National Day in Turkey on Thursday. In Ouagadougou, heavily armed troops crushed protests in Burkina Faso's capital Ouagadougou after a former spy chief seized the power in the military coup on Thursday, derailing the democratic transition that inspired many in Africa. St. Louis, a federal appeals court ruled Thursday that President Obama's health care law unjustly burdens religious affiliated employees by forcing them to help provide insurance coverage for certain contraceptives even they cannot. A Minnesota man admitted Thursday that he planned to travel the street to join an Islamic State group saying he believed joining the violent terrorist organization to help his fellow Muslims. Wolf Milwaukee, a Wisconsin member, was charged with in the deaths of her two young children on Thursday, when prosecutors say she drugged and suffocated before severing herself in a failed suicide attempt. Donald Trump on Thursday fielded the question in New Hampshire. Man alleged that President Barack Obama is a Muslim and was not born in the United States. No longer contracted to simply be a wireless provider, and with its wireless business reaching a plateau, Verizon has reinvented himself as a content producer and an ad platform as well. Japanese shares erased their weekly gain as the Federal Reserve unexpectedly dovish stance saw the yen surge with sovereign bonds amid concerns about the global economic outlook. General Motors agreed to pay $900 million part of the Justice Department investigation when it's failed to fix the deadly ignition switch affected plane more for more than 120 deaths. Started with 1,500 subscribers online more than 40 years ago, the Dalton family built one of America's cable fortunes as they say goodbye to the Cablevision empire. Pluto has been revealed to be surprisingly reflected in photos newly wrapped from the New Horizons probe. The Arctic mosquito, larger, furry version of the hibiscus pest, getting a longer breeding section as Arctic ponds warmed earlier in the year. Researchers from Dartmouth have found. Boston, a Cornell University graduate student who had honeybees to sing him in 25 placed in a group of scientists who conducted and concluded this possible for one man and a father of 888 children among the winners of this year's Nobels. Our research team led by Oregon State University estimated that nearly 8 trillion plastic microbeads are entering the water bodies of the United States every day. When New Jersey Governor Chris Christie suggested 7 months ago to hide the Disneyland measles outbreak, the parents to be have a measured choice about where the vaccinated children was widely condemned them quickly. Evidence of exposure of bovine leukemia virus was found in breast cancer cells, however. Researchers said they does not prove cause cancer. As the flu season looms, this year's updated vaccine promises better protection against the previously undiagnosed strain that hit older Americans and children, especially hard last winter, a top federal health official said on Thursday. A new drug will drive down the likelihood that diabetic patients with established cardiovascular disease will suffer or die from a heart attack, stroke, kidney, or heart failure, new studies suggest. Okay, we're looking at New England Insular 3 and Pasadena, New Jersey, and working fire 1267 West Broadway. Fire today. Second floor with extend. Then an attic 2.5-story wood frame dwelling. Main body fire knocked down. Heavy smoke still showing. All hands work and fire is stopped full. And Clifton, Massachusetts, 392 Main Street. A motor accident crash with one person full car arrest. Originally requested by. Man fight, chopping down canceled. And Lynn, Massachusetts shooting at Rockmere Gardens man with multiple gunshot wounds to the head. Scene is still active. EMS being told not to enter. Here, Joe News on level 5. Time for a sports report here. Looking at the scoreboard here. 14:32 left in the fourth quarter. Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs deadlocked at 17 in all. St. Louis Cardinals led in the Milwaukee Brewers 6-3 in bottom 9 for Major League Baseball. Los Angeles Angels lead in the Minnesota Twins 9-7 at the top of the fifth. Bottom 8, Texas Rangers are leading the Houston Astros 5-2. Chicago Cubs over the Pittsburgh Pirates 9-6. Oakland Athletics over the Chicago White Sox 4-2. Miami Marlins over the Washington Nationals 6-4. Baltimore Orioles over the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3. Kansas City Royals over the Cleveland Indians 8-4. And Toronto Blue Jays shut out the Atlanta Braves 5-0. In WNBA scores, Chicago Sky over the Indiana Fever 77-72, and through 2 quarters, Phoenix Mercury leading in Tulsa shot 52-22. Buffalo Bills running back Carlos Williams' teammate LaShawn McCoy left practice early Thursday due to a tight temperature at the top. It's a minor injury, shitty, but he'll be playing Sunday against the Patriots. Kansas City, Missouri, with a 10-yard pass to wide receiver and minus midway for the third quarter in Earth Stadium on Thursday night. Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning dropped yet another piece of NFL history as tough as his 70th to 70,000 passing yard. South Bend, Indiana. Chicago Blackhawks star Patrick Kane addressed his sexual assault investigation against him for the first time Thursday. Dakota Indiana done nothing wrong to that he is expected to be absolved. Around Valky, the second-ranking official at FIFA, was placed on immediate leave and will be investigated for allegation of corruption involving black market sale of World Cup tickets, the association announced on Thursday. Barry Jones on 11:07. Time now for a Trevor reporting on this late Thursday night here. Smooth sailing down ways, byways in New England here. And we've seen some few slow spots here. Mass back in the westbound side, so over the native grammar stretch. 146 on the southbound side, so over 29 to the mass back in Auburn. Western section. 146 on the northbound side, so before 29 in Worcester here. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, so over the Quincy stretch. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from Route 18 in Weymouth all the way out to Braintree here. 95 on the northbound side, it is so for the Sharon stretch here. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is so for the Bedford stretch. 120 on the southbound side, so for the Linfield stretch. 195 on the eastbound side, so for 103 in Somerset all the way at the Fall River here. And highways in New Hampshire looking good in the main trip back on the southbound side. It's also before the great New Gloucester interchange. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here on this late Thursday night on highways, byways in New England here. Looking at MBTA alerts here. Subway system, it's looking good. On the conveyor rail, looking good. And on the ferries, Hangman and Hull ferry trips will be rerouted about 14 days due to schedule Long Island Bridge construction at 3 to 8 minutes of travel. Peter Joe News on 11:09. Time now for a weather report here tonight. In the overnight hours tonight, areas of fog after 2 a.m. watts, most of the about 56 degrees, calm wind. Friday areas of fog before 8 a.m. watts, south sky have 8 degrees and calm wind became in southwest wind 5 to 8 miles per hour in the morning here. After that, areas of fog after 2 a.m. watts, most of the about 57 degrees and southwest about 5 miles per hour and calm in the evening here. Saturday, areas of fog before 8 a.m. watts, most of the skies about 79 degrees and southwest about 3 to 7 miles per hour here. So that patch back up to 2 a.m. watts, podcast got about 61 degrees and south about 3 to 5 miles per hour. Sunday, slight change of showers between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Patch back before 8 a.m. watts, podcast got about 74 degrees. Calm wind, transpiration 20%. Sunday night, podcast got about 51 degrees. Monday, both of the podcast got about 68 to about 32 degrees. Tuesday, both of the podcast got about 70 to about 34 degrees. Wednesday, both of the podcast got about 72 to about 34 degrees. And for Thursday, most of the got about 74 degrees. Not temperature at 11 1110, fair sky, 69 degrees, humidity 81%. That is going to be for the Pierce Channel. Sign off, Thursday night, late. Thursday, September 17th, 2015, Pierce. Good night. See you tomorrow. Good night.